what's up? Check out this blunt and honest review from the Jock and Nerd Podcast. That's us. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the jock.
He's the nerd.
And he's the rug boy.
What's up, guys?
Jock and Nerd. Okay, let's get to this week's review, fellas. We will be reviewing The Devil Wears Prada.
The fuck?
The fuck? Did I read that right? From 2006? Anthony, what the fuck? How do we end up here? What happened?
Well, as you'd like to say.
Well.
We were debating after the show what to review. Ruggs had left, and I said, you know, it'd be funny if us three guys, in anticipation for The Devil Wears Prada 2, reviewed The Devil Wears Prada. And it didn't take much convincing.
No, I said that's hilarious.
And then we just told Ruggs you had to do it. So he didn't have any input into it.
No, you didn't. Ruggs, were you surprised when we told you this is what we were reviewing?
I thought it would be easy watch. So, you know.
All right.
Have you seen The Devil Wears Prada before this show?
Nope.
I don't know. I might have seen it. I don't remember.
I'll tell you, I had not seen it. I have seen the memes and the photos and the clips, some clips, but the memes, I'm aware of, it's one of those movies you are just aware of the fandom and the iconic shit in there, but I never saw it.
I feel like the girl I was dating in 2006 probably would have wanted me to watch it.
Absolutely.
With her.
Yeah.
So I could have seen it, but not paid attention.
It was a hot minute ago. It was 20 years ago. This one, Devil Wears Prada, directed by David Frankel, produced by Wendy Feinerman, screenplay written by Aline Brosh McKenna, and it is based off a 2003 novel by Lauren Weisberger. The novel is about working for Anna Wintour, who was Vogue's editor-in-chief for a long time, 37 years, from 1988 to 2025. And it was one of those situations where they optioned this movie like while she was writing the book. At the same time, they're writing the screenplay. That's how hot this one was. You guys are familiar with Anna Wintour at all? Or
No.
No. I believe also in Incredibles, the lady that makes the costumes, I think she's also based on Anna Wintour. But she was still is very powerful person in the fashion world. On Rotten Tomatoes, this movie has a 75% tomato meter, 76% popcorn meter. Metacritic has it at 62. Letterboxd has it at 3.8, which is pretty high Letterboxd score. Here's where the numbers get fun. The budget was around $35 to $41 million. This thing finishes a worldwide total $326 million.
Oh, shit.
I'm surprised it took them 20 years to make a sequel. It's coming out this year. Other notable things, Meryl Streep, who's in this, won the Golden Globe for Best Actress and was nominated for an Academy Award, BAFTA, SAG, and Critics' Choice. So
for this movie, which is kind of crazy.
For this movie, for a comedy, and we can discuss why. The film, of course, like I said, stars Meryl Streep, as well as Anne Hathaway, Stanley Tucci, Emily Blunt, and there's another dude in here that I watch on a show now called High Potential. That's with Caitlin Olsen. You seen that show? It's like a network procedural. Anybody heard of it? Ruggsy, you must have heard of it. No. High Potential, Caitlin Olsen. It's very good. Daniel Sunjata, who plays James Holt, the designer. It's crazy to see him 20 years ago. Also crazy to see Adrian Grenier from Entourage. Old Entourage boy is also in this
movie. Picking up a check.
Also in this movie. It is PG-13, 1 hour, 49 minutes. Anthony, what happens in Devil Wears Prada? And you had not seen this at all.
I have never seen this movie until the other day.
All right.
Devil Wears Prada is about a Northwestern journalism grad played by Anne Hathaway that moves to New York with her friends. And to get into the journalism industry, she figures the best way to do that is to be the assistant to Miranda Priestley, who runs the Runway magazine in New York. And she is a very demanding boss. And Anne Hathaway's character, Andy, has no idea what she's getting into, has no interest in fashion, is just looking at this as a gateway to her real career, which would be to be a journalist for a big magazine.
Yeah, sounds like she made the same mistake my sister made. Went to Northwestern for journalism and then just ended up being a bus driver. This is how that one played out. But it's a whole different story. Okay, first time watch. You're aware of this movie and the fandom. What did you think when it was over?
I knew the movie existed for a long time.
Yeah.
But you could have told me The Devil Wears Prada had Kate Hudson. It could have had it could have had Rachel McAdams. It could have had anybody. I'd been like, yeah, that makes sense. It could have been starring Glenn Close. Like I had no idea who was in the movie. I just knew that it was a movie that existed.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten into movies a little bit more, I've heard more and more about the movie. I've heard, lots of women from that time really cherish that movie. So it was always something that I knew about. But yeah, I decided to finally watch it for this. Obviously, I knew going into it who was in the movie. I'm a big fan of Anne Hathaway. I think she's hot.
Yeah.
And I watched the movie on a Sunday. Typically, when I watch a movie at home, I'm on my phone. I have to figure out a way to not look at my phone. And new movies that are 2 hours will take me through 2 hours and 45 minutes because I'll pee and look at the phone all the time. Because I just can't focus as much.
No self-control.
I was locked in on a Sunday afternoon doing this movie. I put my phone away and I was locked in, laughing the whole time. I thought it was great. I thought it was an awesome movie. I had so much fun with this movie. I didn't know where it was going.
Yeah.
The actors, the actresses that are in this movie are way more talented for what this movie is asking them to do. Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway. Didn't even realize till after the movie was over that was what's her fucking face? The girl that plays
Emily Blunt.
I had no idea that was Emily Blunt.
That was Emily Blunt.
I had no idea the whole movie.
Emily.
I was like, this little Australian, not Australian.
Yeah. British.
Yeah, British. I was like, this lady's funny. I had no idea it was Emily Blunt.
You didn't even know.
Didn't even know. I had a great time with the movie. I think this harkens back to those early 2000s girl comedies, like your Mean Girls, your all those What a Girl Wants, all those type of movies that came out. She's the Man, Bring It On. Yeah. This one has a little bit of a different tinge because it's not a romantic comedy per se.
Yeah.
It's more of a girl boss, girl finding herself and figuring out what she wants to do and who she wants to be type movie. But yeah, I had a fantastic time. I thought Stanley Tucci was great.
Yeah, Nigel.
I have some nitpicks here and there. But man, for a movie that's targeted at women, I freaking enjoyed it. I had a great time.
That's great.
Can't say enough good things about the movie. I'll get into some details in a little bit, but I was laughing the whole time and on the edge of my seat, was she going to get that fucking Harry Potter book?
Yeah, she's
going to get that manuscript.
She going to sleep with the writer.
And it doesn't hurt that Anne Hathaway's hot and Meryl Streep, and Meryl Streep is just you watch her and she's magnetic watching this fucking movie.
Iconic. You know why? It's iconic. This is like peak Anne Hathaway too, I feel.
Well, this is right after she's done those two, the Princess Diaries.
Oh yeah, and then this was a kind of another breakout, I think, for her.
Yeah, this was her. She really became a huge deal.
Her and Emily Blunt is kind of breakout roles.
Well, this is Emily Blunt's first ever role. I think
it's her first.
From what I've read, they found her in a parking lot.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow, it's her first movie. Interesting. Ruggs, let's move to you. Same question.
What's the question?
How'd you feel once the movie was over? Opening thoughts.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. I was I enjoyed it. I thought it was exactly what I thought I was getting into. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's going to be one of these movies where she's going to win over the boss.
Yeah.
And then she's going to realize that the boss is a piece of shit and she's not going to want to, work there anymore. And that exact thing happened. And, I liked it. I thought everybody was good. I mean, there's nothing I can really complain about. The acting was good.
Yeah.
The story was, solid. It was entertaining. It kept me entertained. I had a few issues with things here and there.
Yeah.
Just the characters and how her friends were assholes.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah.
And then that she was kind of cheating on her man or plotting to cheat on her man this whole time. She was eyeing this guy and flirting with him and the whole time. And she's missing the guy's birthday. So it's she's kind of a piece of shit too. But I guess that's what the point of the movie is. It's she became a piece of shit because she was working for this woman. But I don't know how that really works with the character. Like, I don't really think it does, but like, but anyway, and it wrapped up like it should. And you know, it's one of those things. Like, I hate The Notebook.
Right.
People think it's a really romantic movie, but I think it's just about a girl who cheats on her boyfriend with a piece of shit, like a guy who has nothing.
Well, similar to this movie, you can look at this a lot of different ways.
This movie isn't revolving around her comedy.
No.
Like I mean, she does realize what she's become by the end of the movie.
Yeah, no, but it's fascinating to watch.
No, it doesn't revolve around not the comedy, the romance. Sorry,
right?
It doesn't revolve around.
There's no romance, but it's just fascinating to watch this character Andy, her journey throughout the movie. You know, and it's so interesting that like everyone around her is kind of static. They don't really have any growth, but she's the one who grows through them, past them, around them. But also, like you, Anthony, I never saw it, but I knew about it. I knew about the memes. I knew about Meryl Streep's iconic performance, and I really enjoyed it. I had a rather good time. It is a great, like, character-driven, entertaining story, and I get it. I get the memes and the little insight into the fashion industry is fascinating. There's a lot of great stuff there. Streep and Hathaway are absolutely great.
Emily Blunt's awesome too, I think, in the movie. Emily Blunt. I thought she was hilarious.
All of them. Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, everybody here
Streep and Hathaway
doing a great job.
Except for the fucking shitty boyfriend. But that's
we'll talk about it later.
That's Adrian from Entourage.
But everyone, like, that's the thing though, is everyone, those four, which the movie really revolves around, are like way more talented than what they need for that role.
Right.
But they all elevate it more than what it needs to be.
That's why it works so well. And there's little things, right? There's little looks and little micro smiles and nuanced things in here. I was on YouTube looking for like reviews. I came across this little video essay from this guy who runs like a dude movie channel, and he's reviewing Devil Wears Prada, and the title was like, guys, you need to watch this. And he had a pretty good, because when I was watching Miranda, who's a fucking amazing character, she kind of reminded me of like Lorne Michaels, but like from SNL, but he's not that abusive and mean. This guy spelled it out perfectly. He goes, this movie is a psychological thriller like Whiplash. If you like Whiplash with J.K. Simmons and Miles Teller.
Good play to write about it.
Yeah, about a guy who's just pushing people to their limits and abusive, but also just talented and good. This is the original Whiplash. And I'm like, it is a psychological thriller. Fucking Miranda is gaslighting this poor girl and abusing her and testing her and tormenting her.
Gaslighting before gaslighting was a thing.
Absolutely. This was like early, subtle, passive aggressive gaslighting. And it's a great fish out of water story, the way it starts and the way you see Andy develop.
I think one of the things that, at least for me, is appealing, I think that's part of the reason even guys like kind of like it.
Yeah.
Is because of, well, one, that the girl in Hathaway's hot and Emily Blunt's hot. But two, you've got Meryl Streep playing this boss, similar to Whiplash, right?
Yep.
Where this boss sucks. Like, everyone knows this boss sucks.
Yeah.
But there's just something about the way she's written or the way she's and the way she's acted.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I want to see her. I want to see Anne Hathaway's character Andy do well for her.
Yeah.
I want her to not fail for this boss. And I want this boss to give me some glimmer of like her humanity. So like the little things were like her smirk when she finally gets the manuscript.
Yep.
You know, when the Harry Potter manuscript, and she's like, "Oh, you passed my shit test."
Yeah.
Or when she like throws the code on Emily Blunt's character's desk.
Yeah.
Like these little things where you're like, okay, this boss, there's a human inside this person, and like what Anne Hathaway's character is doing is chipping away, and you almost feel like you're in there where you like have that boss that you're like, this boss fucking sucks. They have a really high bar.
Yeah. And
I want to prove to them that I'm not a fail. I can't fail.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna continue.
Yeah.
There's something about that, even though she absolutely is terrible.
Yeah.
I think I'm along for the ride.
I think that when you're a terrible boss or a terrible person, but you've proven yourself to be super successful and super talented, that's one thing. But the reality is that most people have shitty bosses who completely suck at their job and are not good.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just so like to get a win against the boss is always a good thing. It's
a
always
respected boss like
Yeah.
that. Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like she's clearly a bitch and abusive, but she's also really good at her job, right? She's talented. She even says in the movie, like no one can replace me. But everybody has had that boss who's he or she is driving you, but they want you to be better. And she says it in this movie several times. She's the kind of boss that won't be mad at you, but she will be like, I don't want you to disappoint me, and you don't want to disappoint them. And she plays that perfectly, where she just gives them enough so that they don't want to disappoint her, which is what exactly you said, Anthony. But that's the kind of crazy. She's crazy, but she's really good at her job. She's fucking talented. So
she's very, very like singularly career focused.
Yes.
Did you guys? I did some research. And Meryl Streep was like, when she was preparing for the role, she did an interview that's like where she was basically mimicking an actor and how they talk in this role. Do any of you guys know who she was mimicking?
Well, I found an article where she talks about who she was imitating. Let me see what yours is. Where did you find?
It was Clint Eastwood.
Yes. So
where she said, where she said that she wanted to speak the softest in the room the whole time. Because that commands respect.
Yeah.
That's similar to how Clint Eastwood acts in his movies.
Yeah. This article
was genius.
From Hollywood Reporter. Actually, this article just came out April 6th. She says she was inspired by Clint Eastwood and director Mike Nichols the whole time. And she goes, quote, I was basically imitating Mike Nichols that whole time. She goes, if Mike Nichols and Clint Eastwood had a baby, it would be Miranda Priestley. And that's fascinating because she's not even doing Anna Wintour. She didn't even bother like studying Anna Wintour, which like Runway is like Vogue. She's so she pulls her own inspiration and gives this character a completely great energy.
Because in other hands, I mean, I would assume most actors or actresses with that role are playing that as a very loud, obnoxious, overbearing character.
They would have overplayed it.
Yeah, and she plays it the other way, which I thought
she's like aloof, basically.
Yeah, and like. She speaks only when she needs to speak.
Right.
And she doesn't waste any words. She's just like, okay, that's it. You're on.
I love when they're just pitching things to her. It's just like, no.
Or the purse of the lips where it's like, okay, you got to fucking redo the whole thing.
Purse of the lips is the worst things. She has some amazing quotes in this movie. Like when she goes, florals for spring, groundbreaking. Just quiet. And then by all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me. It's so great.
Her whole cerulean sweater speech, I'm just like, oh my God, this lady has just completely dressed down this girl that didn't know what she was getting herself into.
This savage. She is fucking savage. I love that whole cerulean thing. She's like, you think you're not a part of this when you are wearing something the people in this room picked out just for you? And apparently, like Meryl Streep had a lot of input in this movie. She's the one who wanted to use the word cerulean in that speech. She picked her hairdo because she said, I wanted her to stick out when you scan a crowd. The line at the end where she goes, everybody wants to be us. Originally, it was everybody wants to be me. And she changed it to everybody wants to be us, which is also a great moment in the fucking limo.
Well, let me pivot it here. I'll go to Ruggs and then I'll want your opinion, Imran. Meryl Streep gets nominated for Best Actress in this movie.
Yeah.
Now, the lead to me in this movie is Anne Hathaway.
Yes.
But Meryl Streep seems to get a lot of credit. Who actually runs the movie? Who do you think is better in the movie, Anne Hathaway or Meryl Streep?
I think the presence of Meryl Streep adds so much to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she handled it that way, and she's like, was this quiet boss that was like still imposing. I think that's harder to do.
Yeah.
Than just be like the ingenue that is trying to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like anybody can do the aw shucks thing. I mean, not that Anne Hathaway wasn't doing anything. She was doing great, but like her performance is more of like her. It's more like Anne Hathaway would naturally perform, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy is clearly the lead. She's our POV, but Streep steals the movie. Right. Just plain and simple. She's fucking stole it.
At this point, Anne Hathaway is like 4 or 5 years into her mainstream career.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that she could somewhat keep up
is
great. But yeah, I do think Meryl Streep even though she's not the build number one,
Yeah.
is really the number one in the movie. And just, it's amazing that Anne Hathaway even keeps up, because I think after this movie, she starts doing a lot more serious roles and getting like Oscar nominated. But
that's a good point. She seems very in her place. Bouncing off.
She does a good job. Like she's obviously very pretty, right? And it's kind of a joke that they're making fun of her for being fat, skinny, or fat, and like a size.
What's that line?
Like,
She's like, I said, go ahead, hire the smart fat one.
Yeah, I'm like, are you really trying to say that Anne Hathaway is this like ugly fat chick?
Yeah.
But I'll say that she does a good job of playing this like dorky Northwesterner.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys, Rimron, your experience with
Yes, my sister
those
went
kids
there.
Are dorks.
Yes,
like,
it's perfect.
I went to the University of Illinois. Those kids are fucking dorks.
Yeah, it's dead on Northwestern graduate.
So she is able to like sink into a role where she's like dorky, even though she's very pretty.
Yeah.
And I do think she does a good job of flipping though when she starts dressing really nice and I'm like acting a little more couture. I'm like, okay, she's doing a good job of like flipping that too.
Yeah.
But I think she has a good. Despite being very pretty, I think she does do a good job of like fish out of water, reacting to everything, like trying to do her best, but also like somewhat held back by the fact that she's just oblivious to what's going on.
Right. It's kind of crazy that she even wants this job in the beginning. So let's talk about Andy's journey, because it's crazy and it's a lot of fun. You know, she goes from just despising them to slowly starting to dress better. Slowly starting to meet it's almost like she's challenged to like be good at this. And to do that, she has to give herself over. Her friends start to notice the change. They don't like the change. She, at one point towards the end, after hating Miranda, is defending Miranda with that great line when she's like, if this was a man, no one would care what she does. You know, they would be applauding her. And I was like, God damn, she went all the way from hating her to defending her, and then actively.
This movie was putting women first before anything else.
It was. It really was. I mean, it
was cool.
This movie passes the Bechdel test, whatever that is.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it passes it. But she even tries to save her job when she finds out there's shenanigans going on, but then eventually is just had it with her and leaves. Now, let me ask you this: were Andy's friends a little shitty for not supporting her? I found all of that a little annoying. Especially,
I think that was not realistic.
The piece of shit boyfriend. Look, she was late. She brought you a fucking cupcake. It's a birthday. Fucking relax, bro.
Well, I agree with Ruggs. The scene where the friend catches her and is just like, oh, how could you act like this?
Yeah.
It's like, what kind of like reaction is that? You don't have a conversation first. You're immediately going to be like, but I think the biggest issue, I wrote this down, is that Anne Hathaway and Adrian Grenier just have absolutely no chemistry.
Yeah.
And the movie just completely dies every time she goes back to that fucking apartment with him.
Yeah.
There's like that character doesn't even need to be there.
No, he doesn't. He was horrible. He was very annoying. You notice he's not in the sequel. I don't think he's coming back because you don't need him. He's a fucking dumb character.
I listened to the rewatchables and Bill Simmons was much more hard on him. He said that basically said Adrian Grenier's character, he's actively bad throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
Like he's just not a good, not very well acted and not a good character.
He's not good acted. He makes her feel like shit the whole time for no reason. Like, bro, what are you doing? Come on, look at her. You can't be supportive to be like, oh, this
he could have been way more of a dick, though. I mean, he could have.
Oh yeah.
Now,
well, they were saying in that rewatchables episode I listened to that they should have cast someone that was like a little more like had a little more ethnic flair to keep up, because he was just too plain Jane.
Well,
and he's also supposed to be this like awesome cook, and there's just like nothing that the vibe out him that gives any sort of like
I didn't buy
vibe that he's this talented man.
I read somebody's review and they mentioned that you should possibly swapped the writer character, Christian, the guy who gets her the manuscript, and with Adrian Grenier's role, put those guys in the other guy's role, because he seems more of like a slimy writer that's trying to steal her away, and the other guy's like this wholesome Midwestern kind of dude. I don't know.
Well, I didn't like either that she like falls for the slimy.
Yeah, what do we think? Guy. Was she unfaithful? Like, she's flirting with him, okay?
Oh yeah, she was totally into it.
Yeah,
but Nate is already like not having her shit, and then look, he gets her the impossible task. He gets her the Harry Potter unpublished manuscript. And I love how she made 2 copies, already had it delivered to the twins on the train before Miranda could even ask. And I was like, oh, he's going to get lots of brownie points. And then they break up and she goes to Paris and then she does end up sleeping with him, but they broke up.
Yeah, I hated that she slept with him.
Yeah.
I hated it just because I was like, oh, that guy's, no, why would you do that? I was like, not even about the script because it's whatever. I was more just like mad at the character. I'm like, no, why?
She
I thought you were better than this.
Yeah. But like that guy is more in the life that she is now in, who would understand her,
he's a writer,
time.
Right?
Yeah. He's a fashion writer and worked for French Runway.
Wasn't he like on a billboard at some point in the movie or a bus? Was that something that happened?
I don't remember.
Yes, he was on a bus.
Oh, he was
on a bus. And the question I have there is, what fashion writers end up on buses in New York?
Maybe he had a book coming out or something.
What authors with books have their face on a bus? When have you ever seen any writer with their face anywhere?
No. You're that good looking, though. I don't know.
Yeah. The rewatchables people were like, that is like total movie casting of a writer or a journalist. They were like, if you go to any journalism school and see the people that are there, they're all fucking dorks.
Yeah, they don't look like that.
They all stand at the corner in the middle of a party and write down who was at the party, but don't interact with anyone.
They don't have the muscles and the body type.
I mean, have you ever seen a writer, a journalist look cool? Well, I think your sister's pretty cool, but she's driving a bus.
But I'm going to say no, generally.
Like any journalism students, anything?
Yeah.
I don't know any smart people.
I don't know if you need to be that smart to be a writer. Don't come at me, writers.
Well, you know how to spell. That's hard.
Yeah.
No, but the computers do that for you. You got Grammarly. You don't.
What'd you guys think of Emily Blunt?
I thought she was really funny, and the whole her not getting to go to Paris, getting hit by a car, getting sick sequence was funny.
Yeah, it was the downfall was pretty crazy.
Yeah. And the fact, the betrayal and just, she's like, I haven't eaten in weeks. And she has a great line. What's her line? And she goes, I'm just one stomach flew away from my goal weight, which I like. That's a funny joke I've heard, but I feel like that was the first time someone made that goal weight flu joke.
Oh, they definitely talk about how she's not eating.
Yeah. She goes, she hasn't eaten for weeks, trying to get to Paris.
What were you going to say, Ruggs?
I could tell you about my favorite part of the movie.
Okay.
Which is, so Anne Hathaway's at her breaking point and she goes to see Stanley Tucci and she's like, this boss, this job, I can't fucking deal with it. And he just doesn't even flinch. He's like, all right, wait, you big baby, you can't deal with this job. Like a million people want this job. You can't fucking do it. He's like, I know you can do it. And she was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm being a big baby.
I love that scene.
And she needed that. She needed someone to like tell her to stop looking at it that way and looking at it as a goal. And you can do this,
I love that scene. I love that scene. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, I love Stanley Tucci in this movie, and I love that scene.
That scene, that one, people on the internet are like, that is them addressing millennial entitlement before millennial entitlement was
absolutely. He's like, he goes, you don't even want to be here. You don't realize 1 million girls will kill for this. He goes, this isn't just a magazine. It's a whole lifestyle. It's a culture. It means a lot to people. Right. And if you want to do better and move ahead, get with the program. But that's enough to snap her out of it. And you get a quick fucking fashion montage set to Vogue, I think, right after that.
Oh, anytime you get a fashion montage where a pretty girl, although they dress her down, becomes prettier.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
It's great.
All in. Any movie where a girl gets hot.
There's a glow up.
Oh, yeah.
There's a glow.
I'm all the way in.
What did we think about the looks and the general fashion there?
Wait, before we get into the looks, I just want to quote so we don't get too far away from it.
Yeah.
There was a couple Emily Blunt quotes.
What else?
Her name's Emily Charlton.
Yeah.
That you got. I'm just one stomach flew away from my goal weight. I'm on this new diet. I don't eat anything, and when I feel like I'm about to faint, I eat a cube of cheese. When Anne Hathaway's character reveals that she's going to Paris, she just goes, "You eat carbs, for Christ's sake."
That's right. That's good.
And then there's one line, this is my favorite, where she's stressed and she just goes, "Oh my God, I love my job. I love my job. I love my job." And she's like banging the phone against her head.
Well, the funny thing is when she says you eat carbs, she finds out that she's not going to Paris, and she's just
eating bread like I'm just gonna
carbs.
Yeah, right away. She's eating a roll
she's saying
in
that.
the hospital. I mean, I even like the scene in the middle where they're having the meeting about the magazine, and she's just shooting down everybody's idea, and then Nigel has a good idea, and that's where they establish Emily Blunt is sick. Like you don't even need that scene, but it just shows you how much of a boss fucking what's her name is Meryl Streep's character. How she knows what she wants, and everyone is incompetent except for Nigel, and she's just no. It's so great. No, but I love when she's like, "Please bore someone else with your questions," or where she's like, "Is there some reason my coffee isn't here? Has she died or something?" Just these little offhand comments. Just fucking, she's so savage. It's great. And then she's like, "That's all." When she's done, she's done. That's all.
Well, speaking of savage, how about the fact that she helps Nigel get a job, and last minute screws him out of the job
to save her.
And Nigel's just like, "She'll owe me one day."
Yeah, she'll pay me back when I'm ready. So Nigel,
I hope so. He hopes it'll happen.
Nigel tells her he's taking a job with that dude to be the creative director for that fashion guide, James Holt. Yeah.
James Holt, yeah.
And then after she sleeps with Christian, he tells Andy that the French runway editor, Jacqueline Follet, is being set up to replace Miranda. And now Andy is on Miranda's side and tries to warn her, but Miranda just like dismisses her. But she knew the whole time. And to save her job, she gives the creative director job to Jacqueline Follet. Screws Nigel over. And it saves her job, which I'm surprised he is in the second movie. He's still like, that's why now I am anticipating the sequel, because at the end, what happens? Andy gets a job somewhere else and leaves. She
gets a job, but she gets the job because Miranda writes her a great review.
Yes. The recommendation is great. The guy goes, "She told me you were the biggest disappointment she ever had as an assistant, and that I would be an idiot not to hire you." Right. Which is the greatest compliment you could get from Miranda. And then even that last look when she's leaving and she's getting in the car, she kind of smiles, I think.
She does, yeah.
When she sees her?
She turns around and sees that she walked away and kind of has like a look like, this bitch stood up to me.
So, yeah. And there are times where she does kind of hold her ground and stands up to her, and like that will make her respect Andy even more. I even love how she purposely calls her Emily. Like she knows her name and she's fucking with her, but then she starts to call her Andrea when she starts being competent.
Right. And then refers to the new person that they hire as new Emily.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Which is why I'm really curious in the sequel, 20 years later, how the fuck is Andy back with her? How the fuck is Nigel still working for her?
Emily Blunt's in the movie, too.
And Emily Blunt is still working there, too. I can't wait to see what happens. I really can't. I'm so curious. I want to know what these characters have been doing.
To be honest with you, when I finished the movie, I watched the second trailer. I had the same exact thought. How are they all back together in this movie? What is happening? I guess the plot is that Miranda hires her to write some sort of like piece on her because there's like new media or some sort of thing about like how she has to evolve with how the times are now.
Oh, interesting.
I think that's what they're going for. You'd have to look at the plot.
Or is Andy going to be the new Emily, like her assistant, maybe? Well, look, it's fine. I'm going to go in blind, just wanting to know what happened to these people in the last 20 years.
Oh, one more line from Emily Charlton, because I think she has some of the best lines.
Yeah.
When Andrea calls her and says, "Hey, by the way, you can have my clothes," which is like her peace olive branch. And she goes, "Andrea, my God, you look so chic. I mean, I have to take them in. I mean, they'll drown me." They give her another fat joke.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She gives her all the clothes from Paris, right?
Because that's what she had wanted to go to Paris.
Yeah, the clothes are nice, man. All the different fits on Anne Hathaway. I thought were.
What do you guys think? This is something I learned on the rewatch. How much do you think they spent on clothes for this movie?
Oh, Jesus. So within the like $40 million budget, a couple million, maybe? No.
What do you think, Ruggs?
I would say $200,000.
You're in the middle of both of you. Apparently it was $1 million.
It was $1 million in fucking.
I would have thought it was more with like the brands that they're saying. But then I 2006, I don't know how much that stuff cost.
So that was all like real haute couture label.
Apparently the clothes were real, but the jewelry was plastic jewelry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If they were a real jeweler, I think it would have really drove up the budget.
Yeah. No, and I think it shows the fashion industry in an interesting light. Like they took it seriously, and it is something, I think Nigel says it. He goes, this is the most powerful kind of art because you live in it. And it shows you, for people who thought fashion industry is silly, or like Andy does in the beginning, you do see the world and the value of it. And we see, you see it at the Met Gala and all that crazy shit.
Do you think there's something to the line in the movie where they say that if Miranda was a man, they wouldn't be the same thoughts of her?
I love that line, and I think it's a very interesting statement, and I think I would agree. If you're a powerful woman who's good at
no one's going to think you're a dick if you're a dick. Right. If you're a man,
you're a bitch. If you're a powerful woman who's good at your job, but if you're a dick and you're a man and you're good at your job, you're just a man that's good at his job.
No, I think that people think guys are dicks and assholes all the time. How many guy bosses I've had that I'm like, this guy's an asshole.
But then in both cases, do they get away with shit because they are good at what
I just think that guys don't give a fuck if you call them an asshole when women do.
Yeah. That's all.
Well, I think what's different is this character probably doesn't care if you call her a bitch. Right?
No.
That's Meryl Streep's character is like, I am singularly focused on the goal at hand.
Yeah.
So in some way, she is, how do I say this? What people would deem as more masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think, she's just tough, like a tough boss. But I would agree. Me personally, I lean towards like any boss that's tough. I'm just going to think it's fucking tough and rough to work for.
Or they're trying to make you better. Like, you don't really get the sense that she enjoys torturing people. She's doing it to elevate everyone's game.
There is no, I don't think there's enjoyment by that character. I think it's more, I will get what I need to get done, and I'll get it done by any means possible.
And then let's not forget,
and either you're with me or you're dragging me down, and I have no time for you.
Right, you're gonna help me on this path to get to where we need. And once you just listen to that person, I think you do get valuable lessons, and you learn how to do things better. That whole moment when they're in Paris, when you finally see Miranda's vulnerability when she tells Andy about her husband wants a divorce, is fucking phenomenal acting on Meryl Streep's part. And then what does she do? She just dives back into work because it's going to help her, but she's always thinking about the magazine. But I loved that part because you saw a different side of Miranda there. And I thought that was important.
Well, but then also you see that Anne Hathaway's character, Andy, says, let's cancel everything tonight, or suggesting right away. She's like, no. She's like, why would you even think that?
The show's got to go on.
Right.
But she does start to sympathize and understand her a little bit, having been shown this kind of soft side.
I got two bigger picture questions.
Yes.
One, since we're on Meryl Streep, not often we get to talk about Meryl Streep on this podcast. A little more male focused because that's, we like the action movies. We like the superhero stuff. I'm gonna list a couple credentials for Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna ask my question. So Meryl Streep has been nominated for acting awards with the Oscars 20 times.
Yikes. I thought it was 15, but that's more
20
now.
times.
Yikes. Wow.
Either supporting or lead actress roles. Her career has been started in 1977 and she's still going. She's been in movies like Kramer vs. Kramer, Deer Hunter, Sophie's Choice, Out of Africa, Devil Wears Prada, list goes on and My question is Meryl Streep the GOAT?
For many years, that running joke was Meryl gets nominated and doesn't win again. And that happened so many times.
Well, she's won 3 times.
She's won 3 times.
Most people, that's up there with most people.
Yeah.
The running joke is actually, that's Glenn Close. Glenn Close has never
Glenn
won.
Close that, okay, I got him confused.
You got it wrong. They're a different white girl.
Yeah, I mean, they all look the same. But 3 for 21 is a crazy record. I would say she is absolutely the GOAT here for actresses, actors in that generation. She's also great on, she was in Only Murders in the Building last season, and she's fantastic on TV. Just the range on her. She can play so many different things. But I would give her GOAT status, absolutely.
Like the best of all time?
Living? Yeah.
I'm just saying the best.
Yeah.
Interpret it how you want. Well, go to Ruggs because you didn't really give me a good answer. Rugg, what do you think?
I think as far as acting and performance and stuff, I think she is one of the best of all time, for sure.
Would you say she's better than like your Marlon Brando, Pacino? Like,
I think she's up there with those guys. Yeah. Absolutely. The only thing is that I don't really like a lot of her movies.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Because some of the movies are fine, but they're not, I don't know. Maybe it's because the roles for women are limited or whatever. But, like Out of Africa, that's a great movie. She was in Mamma Mia. She was a musical, was very good. Bridges of Madison County. And then she's in like a lot of things, but she was also in like She-Devil with like Roseanne Barr.
Oh my God. She was in that with Roseanne Barr.
Yeah. And, there's not like a big, I don't like really love any of these movies. I mean, I think Devil Wears Prada is like, I like that movie a lot. Death Becomes Her is okay.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Sophie's Choice.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I mean, Silkwood. I mean, there's other stuff. I haven't watched Little Women. I haven't watched that movie.
I mean, I think everything I've seen her in, she's really good.
Yes. I haven't seen the Julia Childs movie yet.
Yeah. Oh, she played fucking Julia Childs in that movie.
What Ruggs mentioned is, I guess, would be I don't know if you call it criticism, but
yeah, she
doesn't have a lot of movies other, I guess, than Devil Wears Prada, and maybe you've got some others, but she doesn't have that role where it's like, I will watch that movie and over again. Like she's in a lot of like you watch the movie once and you're like, I'm good. Like Sophie's Choice, you're not watching that fucking movie again. You're not watching Out of Africa more than once, right? So like that's the thing. She doesn't pick the roles typically that are like a rewatchable, for lack of a better term, movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And she doesn't really do the franchise stuff, right? So
this is that role for her, though. Miranda.
Like Mamma Mia and Devil Wears Prada are probably the 2 most rewatchable films. Maybe Kramer versus Kramer. I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they wrote this just for her. Like, she is Miranda Priestley. I don't think anybody else could have pulled this off. Like, this is the role that she will be associated with.
Can you think of a better female actress?
I mean, he did mention Glenn Close, which I think that's similar.
Especially when you take in the longevity she's had.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is just
I don't know. What do we got? What do we got for female actresses?
Yeah, let's look at this. Best female actresses of all time.
So IMDb gives me Meryl Streep at number 1. Number 2, Katharine Hepburn. Then you got old timers like Ingrid Bergman, Betty Davis.
Okay, let's say Kate Blanchett.
Right? Yeah.
She's up there with her.
What about Winslet? What about Winslet?
Winslet's fine, but I think Kate Blanchett's she's got more range, I think. Who else?
You have Sissy Spacek. That was she's won one Oscar. Ellen Burstyn, it's another one from you got the Helen Mirren's.
Right, yeah, Helen Mirren was up there.
So, what about Susan Sarandon? Susan Sarandon.
I don't know about that.
Oh shit! You got your Diane Keatons, you got your Sally Field. Kathy Bates, I would put up there.
Kathy Bates is good.
Jodie Foster.
I don't think though. Like you're naming a lot of good. Jodie Foster is really good.
Yeah.
I just think the longevity.
Yeah. No.
Also, I mean, you can't argue. I don't know. I'd have to look this up. I will in a second. I don't know if anyone's been nominated for an Academy Award more times than Meryl Streep.
You may be right.
Let me just look it up real quick.
Yeah.
She is 21. She's by far the highest.
Wow.
The next most is Katharine Hepburn at 12 and Jack Nicholson at 12.
Oh, Nicholson at 12 too. 21. This one says 19, so this needs to be updated.
Yeah.
3 Oscars, 21 nominations is nuts.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And for that alone, she's got to be the GOAT. I mean, who else? Who else is getting nominated?
The fact that she got nominated for this movie, I think, is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I can see it though. It's a great performance.
It's not a very Oscar-y movie.
No, it's not at all. You know, you would have just dismissed it as like, oh, it's a fashion, comedy.
It was popular and it was an easy watch for a lot of people.
Yeah,
that's true.
They got to see Meryl Streep doing her thing.
Yeah.
She was like bringing her A game. She wasn't like picking up a check. She was totally committed to the movie and made it better. So, yeah, that's why she probably got noticed in that.
Yeah, the stamp this thing has in pop culture is undeniable.
Let me ask you guys this and you have to really think back, but 2006, Best Picture, this is still 5 movies.
Yeah.
It was The Departed 1, Babel, Letters from Iwo Jima, Little Miss Sunshine, and The Queen. I think if it was to 10, I think there's a good chance that this movie would have gotten to
absolutely
the 10.
Yeah.
And her best actress, she lost to Helen Mirren, who played the Queen.
Yeah.
Other people were Penelope Cruz, Judi Dench, and Kate Winslet.
Oh, there you go.
So she was hanging out with some pretty great actresses, even in 2007 to 2006.
Yeah, no, it's her credits are impressive, and she's just fucking.
Yeah, I never even had thought about Meryl Streep until this, and I was like, wait a minute, what's the deal with Meryl Streep? I'm like, oh my god, look at the career this lady's had.
Yeah, she's had an incredible career.
She's good in everything she's in. Yep. She's never been shitty.
Yep, she brings her A game all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, here's the other thing that really it kind of dated the movie, but I kept fucking sticking out. The fucking ringtones on these 2006 phones. I brought back flashbacks.
Like the sidekick that she has?
Yes.
What about this? I'm going to put this out there. Meryl Streep as Aunt May. What do you think?
Oh, she would. I think she would be a really great Aunt May.
I mean, she would kill it.
Yeah.
I love OG Aunt May.
Yeah.
I think she's
from
great.
The Raimi movies. It was
what's her name?
Forgot her
Come on, Amron. You got it.
I had it on the tip of my tongue.
But I think that she'd make a great
Harris.
Rosemary Harris?
Rosemary Harris, I think, is correct. But you could have put Meryl Streep in there.
Rosemary Harris, you are correct.
Yeah.
Wow, she's still alive, by the way. She's
Rosemary Harris?
98 years old.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Holy shit. And I love how they got younger. Then you got Sally Field, and then we ended up with Marissa Tomei.
I would like to see, I mean, if they were to redo it, I think you go back to old. I always remember Aunt May as being an old lady, like a lady with gray hair.
Yeah. And Aunt May should be like an older gray hair lady. Absolutely.
Come on, Meryl Streep, slum it. Go be inspired.
Come on. She's doing Only Murders in the Building. She could do fucking
Who would you cast as Uncle Ben to play across Meryl Streep?
Across Meryl? Oh.
Do you just reunite her and was she was in Deer Hunter? Would you just bring in Al Pacino?
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, maybe.
He's a New York guy, you know.
Is he old enough? How old is Meryl Streep also right now?
She's 76.
Okay. Yeah, Baldwin could work. Maybe Frank Grillo. Let's do the Grillo meter. Let's do, we're going to run it. Is this movie better or worse than Frank Grillo? And if so, what part for Frank Grillo?
I'll let Ralph go first.
Frank Grillo should be Stanley Tucci.
I was going to say Nigel also. Yes. Oh, shit. Frank Grillo as Nigel would be
He would be great as Stanley Tucci.
It'd be kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I think at this point, instead of saying better or worse, we just got to find a role that would make sense for Frank Grillo.
Yeah.
Man, I was trying to think if there's a way he could be the boyfriend, but he's just way too old.
Or the writer or the fashion writer. Maybe the fashion writer.
Or he could be the husband.
Meryl's husband.
Meryl's husband. Yeah.
Who you see for like 2 seconds when he
I think the Meryl's husband might make the most sense as a New York guy.
But Frank as Nigel would be the most hilarious.
Yeah, I think he could do it.
It would really be testing his range.
I think
there.
he could do it. I think he could
pull it off.
Do you think he isn't?
I mean, would he be as good as Stanley Tucci? No, but I think he could. He would be able to pull it off.
Can he play?
Let him play the.
Does he play him straight?
I was just going to say. There's a lot of internet debate.
No, he would have to be not straight. He would have to be not straight.
Wait, there's an internet debate whether Tucci's character Nigel is gay in the movie.
Yeah,
I just assumed he was.
Well, they say there's at one point he looks up, he gives a guy a second look in the movie.
He was. I felt like he was just playing it, light and not exaggerated,
which I appreciate.
Yeah, because
he doesn't call. If he is, he doesn't call attention very much,
right? Which is
they could have Frank Grillo play the gay friend, that other guy. Do you remember the four friends?
Yeah. Why would they be hanging out with a 60-year-old man?
I don't know. Do you mean Doug?
Yes, Doug. The problem is he's Frank Grillo's when this movie films, he's already 40 years old. So the college kid thing is fresh out of college from Northwestern doesn't seem to work. Well, then again, though, he's 40, and I'm 38, and I still hang out with young people.
It could be, until you find him at a party. I did think it was.
I look younger than Frank Grillo at 40.
Yeah. She did have the one friend, Doug, who was into the fashion industry. See, he was gay. I didn't really get that.
You didn't get that he was gay?
Yeah.
He was pretty gay.
He was into the fashion. He was he was the only one excited for Andy and her job. Everyone else was. Yeah,
they're making it very obvious.
Okay. Yeah, my gaydar stuff.
All right, now that you've watched this movie, are you going to watch Sex and the City now, Anthony?
Oh,
the movie or the show?
Any of it. That's the whole show is the same shit. It's just that no one's as hot as Anne Hathaway in that show.
Yeah, I don't think I'm putting on the TV show anytime soon.
No, I don't like I've seen some of the Sex and the City TV shows, and I think I watched the movie with my wife, and I do not care much for that.
Here's the question: Are there any early 2000s, mid 2000s movies that were targeted towards females that you like better than this?
What are some of those movies?
You got Mean Girls. You got She's the Man. You got Bring It On. You've got
Bring It On is good.
Bring It On. Yeah, you got there's one with fucking what's her name? Oh, Legally Blonde.
Oh, Legally Blonde's actually really good too. That's a fun movie.
I'm sure there's others, but those
Mean
are the
Girls is fantastic also. I'll put it up there with those.
I would say Mean Girls is definitely up there. Love Actually is a chick flick.
Yeah.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall's great.
Oh, that's a fun movie.
But that's kind of like a guy movie
that's
too.
A little more guy tinged, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what else we got here?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah, that's
Miss Congeniality, 13 going on 30.
She was in The Princess Diaries, wasn't she? Also,
she was.
Anne Hathaway.
She was the lead.
40 Days and 40 Nights. I think these are all just they're chick flicks, but they're
Juno.
Juno's great. Movie.
Juno's great.
I love Juno. Yeah.
There are a lot of these in the
Bridget Jones' Diary. I did not care for that one.
The thing is, you throw these movies on and they are targeted towards females.
Yeah.
A good amount of them I do like.
Yeah, I mean, when you have good characters and it's an entertaining story and it sucks you in, it doesn't matter, right? And these people all delivered what they had to do. Oh,
did you ever see Wimbledon?
Oh, that's the Kirsten Dunst tennis movie.
I
did see that.
That's a pretty crazy ass movie. What else?
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah. Kissing Jessica Stein.
Never heard of that one either.
I don't remember that one. But yeah, this is one of those out of our wheelhouse. But I'm glad I watched it. Anthony, final thoughts. Give me a score.
Oh, score?
Yeah.
Final thoughts. I mean, this was such a great time for me. This is like when I rewatched the other day, a couple of months ago, Clueless in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Which is another. That's a 90s girl comedy. Yeah. And I was like, this movie's awesome. This is great. I think now that I'm older, I get what they're saying, and it reminds me of the 90s, early 2000s, or whatever. Yeah, I had a great time with this movie. I think Anne Hathaway's obviously very gorgeous. So is Emily Blunt. But Meryl Streep steals the show. She's awesome in this movie. I do have some nitpicks. I think some of the character decisions that Anne Hathaway makes I don't like, but also the boyfriend is just not good. Not good. And her whole like rendezvous with men is like, it doesn't completely add up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see that this is a classic. I can see why a lot of women have stuck around and watched and like this movie. I can see why men watch this movie, and I'm very much anticipating part 2. 9 out of 10.
Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh my god!
I fucking loved it.
Was not expecting that, but I see. I get it. Ruggs, what about you?
I think it's a well done film. I think whatever you sign up for is exactly what you get, and it's done with panache. It's done with professionalism. It's done with good performances and good care throughout. There are some character stuff that I don't like. I think Anthony mentioned some of those things. I'm going to give it a recommend, which is a 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on the same page with you guys. I had a lot of fun. The only things I would question is like their friends were shitty, but everyone is delivering the iconic fashion, the iconic lines, the memes I've seen for years. Now I get it.
What are the memes?
Just like her lines, where like one is the florals for spring, groundbreaking. Like there's like a little GIF you can post if you just look that up. So it's a lot of her lines and then just her looks with the white text written on top. But no, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I had a great time. I'm fully into the Devil Prada world, and I need to know what happens to them.
Yeah, I can't wait for part 2. I'm very curious to understand what is happening in that movie.
Yeah, me too. Now, how much will it make? I bet it'll open big. I mean, for this thing to make $326 million, it's kind of nuts.
Back in 2000?
Back in 2006, when it cost them like $40 million. Like, what a fucking hit. So it's on my box office draft. It's why I picked it.
I'm going to the Alamo to see The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, you are?
I'm going to the costume screening of The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, it's going to be wild.
I'm going to be the only man probably in that theater dressed normally. Everyone's going to be dressed like very chic and go tour.
That's amazing. And speaking of that, I did have this thought. When we eventually do go to see the sequel, how awkward is that going to be?
What's
being
that?
A single male sitting there? Am I going to be the only dude in the theater? I feel like dudes will come out with their wives and girlfriends.
Or their boyfriends.
Yeah, so you won't feel weird going to see Devil Wears Prada by yourself.
I've done a costume screening of Clueless, so
okay. No, I'm talking about when the sequel. When the sequel runs, you're not gonna feel weird buying tickets to the sequel, going in by yourself.
No.
Okay.
I have to see it by myself.
You don't have to see it by yourself. I'm just saying.
I have to go see it.
We're gonna review it. Why do you think we did this one? So we can prepare for the sequel.
Oh, okay. When's that coming out?
May 1st. Yeah.
Okay.
After Michael, you get Michael, then you get Prada 2, and look, it's the number 3 most anticipated.
How much, before we wrap up on the show, how much or little do you like the song Madonna Vogue?
I love old Madonna. Vogue is a great song. I mean,
Vogue,
it's played out, but it's been a while. I'm okay with Vogue. I remember
nostalgically, I like it.
What about were you a Vogue fan? Is it your favorite Madonna song?
I mean, the video was fun, and just I remember people.
It's voguing. Unique.
It's so catchy.
She got it to be a thing, man. Everybody was fucking voguing. Listen, the best of Madonna, like if you pick up like Madonna's best of hits, they're all fucking great.
But there's like they're unique. They stand on their own. They're like not. You can't be like, oh, this is what Billie Eilish is doing. Like
right.
Even Lady Gaga ripped her off.
They're all ripping her off.
But she did it.
From the 80s to the 90s, she was fucking ruling. Like,
do I think her songs are great?
They're good pop songs. They're good pop songs.
No, I don't think the songs are great, but I think that they're unique. And that's the difference. They stand on their own. They have their own sound.
Like a Prayer is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, so
I knew Imran would have an opinion on Madonna.
I fucking love Madonna. She's like, because again, growing up, I was listening to Michael Jackson, Madonna, Prince, Tina Turner. They were always on the radio. They were on MTV. Like, you just grew up, and these were the biggest fucking stars for many years. So,
Indeed.
Let your body groove to the music.
Yeah. Let your body go with the flow. You know. Greta Garbo and Monroe. Dietrich. She like raps. There's a whole rap verse at the end of that song. It's great.